the funding can happen for so many things, and the other thing on the background was out of ASCAC, which is the African Society for Classical Ancient Civilizations, I believe. In 1984, they created a panel and they came up with the need for 4 commissions. And this has never been created, but the idea is here. 1 commission for research, another commission for education, the 3rd commission for creativity, and the 4th commission for spirituality. Now the creativity piece is that piece which would more than likely be the fundraiser, because creating stories that black people need to hear. Instead of the precious, those stories that created by black people or by people that are positive, so that this information can come out. And but all of the homework, all of the research has already been done. It's just that it's not being funded and it's not being organized in a certain way. So that's why I came to see if I could ask, is there a possibility of creating some type? And now that I see there is, I'm going to have to do a little research, see what's happening on the websites and whatnot, and try to lend a hand.
As a matter of fact, we have a contest. That's our way of starting it, and we're calling for entries of those positive kinds of ideas. You know, positive, creative work, whether it be poetry, whether it be scripts, whether it be lyrics. You know, in all areas, and so it's happening. You know, it's flip the script, stop the brainwash. So if you go to the site, you'll see that's our way of getting that whole thing started. You know, yeah, we do need that. We need to have campaigns that cover all of the areas that we cover in the book. And so I'll be anxious to talk to you after you had a chance to go through the book.
I will. And you'll be in. I will be in touch with you.
Okay.
Mr. Burrell,
Yes.
in regards to brainwashing, isn't brainwashing a subtle process? It's subtle, right? It takes time to brainwash, right?
Yeah.
So when you say that brainwashing is like a type of social classification, it can be a type of social classification. An example would be to classify a certain group of people as minority. And if you broke down the word minority, minor by majority, would you say that that would be true?
Yes.
And it's so subtle that we buy into it and we classify ourselves as minorities. And if you look at the word minority in reference to the word inferiority, there's a great deal of...
Yeah, we got a lot of trick words like that. Integration.
Right.
Integration.
Right.
Assimilation.
Right.
You know, what are we integrating into?
Right.
Integration is a euphemism, I guess you call it, for getting from where we are, from an inferior place, to supposedly a superior place. You know, when we decided back in the 60s to have lunch counter sit-ins down at North Carolina A&T, which started the whole movement, this was a loaded thing here because that's a big college down there. And they started off by going to Woolworths and sitting at the counter to demand service. So it's loaded. Please let us drink your white-owned pop. You know, your white-owned sandwich. Please let us give our black dollars to your white business. I mean, that's what it was all about. And did it ever occur to anybody that if we can't go into that Woolworths to buy a soda pop and a sandwich, maybe we can make maybe we can make sandwiches of our own and sell our sandwiches and our soda pop to each other. And keep the dollars in the black community. I mean, and not only that, but we can make sandwiches so damn good that the white segregationists would want to come over and eat some of our sandwiches. And we can decide whether we want them to come in the front way or the back way. But, you know, but the idea that what we want to do is move from where we are to there, that implied white superiority because we were trying to get into a white system, even if it meant us sacrificing our black institutions. We lost our black institutions through integration. We lost them. We lost our community. They came into the community and said, hey, you guys with a few bucks and a little education, y'all can leave. And we cut out so fast you couldn't see us. You know, getting out of there so we could integrate into. And what we didn't do is that we didn't bring each other with us, and we didn't even bring our lives, our customs, our traditions with us. We left them behind. And now the people who were left behind and the people who left don't even know each other, are afraid of each other, you know, have disdain, you know, for one another because of that, because it wasn't carefully done. We have, as I've said time and time, we have 41 million people in this country who are African American. 41 million. Do you know that this is the size of Spain, Argentina? 41 million people. Almost $1 trillion in spending power. $1 trillion in spending power. But it's because we have been infected with disunity that we can't do anything with that. We can't do anything with it because we can't come together and even believe in each other and patronize each other. That's why it's important to be here at this place. Because we have got to start to believe in ourselves and to make that belief turn into a positive reality for us. So that's a long answer to a short question. Are you going to? I don't want to get into any repeats here until we have.
Well, I don't have a question. I have a comment and then I have a question. Mr. Burrell, I used to work for you. My name is Vicki Casanova.
Vicki Casanova, I know that. I know you.
I live a couple blocks away. Been in Oak Park for 20 years, and we are very, very, very happy that you have come over to Afri-Ware, you know, to support one of the few remaining black-owned bookstores. So thank you for continuing to walk the talk.
Yeah, thank you.
I also wanted to just quickly mention that, you know, when I left the corporate arena, or not the corporate arena, when I left one of the largest white advertising agencies, Will Burnett, I had been here just for a couple of years, straight out of business school, and I had the privilege of meeting you and interviewing with you to work on the McDonald's business. You hired me to work for Faye Ferguson, and that's where I really learned marketing, but I also learned what clients, I stayed in the business and even working in Uniworld out of New York. I tried to work for all the black agencies that I could. But I learned what clients, even white clients, would later quote to us in creative meetings when they were analyzing work, and they would say, you know, well, what's black about it? And that came straight from you. And I remember, well, my first trip to Africa for a couple of weeks was because of the Adventure to the Homeland sweepstakes, which was a McDonald's campaign that came about because of the work that you and your agency insisted on doing with clients to help them have integrity in terms of how they dealt with the black community.
Right.
So I really appreciate you.
Oh,
and
thank
the
you.
fact that you're in this new phase of life.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention one other thing.